Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to RassleRama Radio, Saturday, April 27th. You can check us out online, RassleRama.com, Facebook.com/RassleRama. We have a ton of news to go over with you today. We're going to start with Tony Khan at the NFL Draft. I got to give the guy credit. He went through the draft wearing the neck brace, selling the injury from the other night. Got a ton of publicity. We do have a bunch of clips on our Facebook page, facebook.com/RassleRama. He was on the NFL Network. The Pat McAfee show was talking about him. So he definitely got a ton of coverage, mainstream coverage from the NFL folks. The one thing that I think did hurt him and possibly AEW overall, during his appearance on the NFL Network promoting AEW, he called the WWE a really evil juggernaut and the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. I just don't know if that was the direction to go. He certainly could have sent some shots at WWE or, put AEW over as the new thing in town and we're coming after the WWE, but I would have avoided the Harvey Weinstein comment. It did look like the host on the NFL Network that were interviewing him were not expecting that, and they did not look comfortable. They were trying to, get out of that comment real quick. But they did talk about AEW. They asked him how his neck was, and Tony said, "Oh, I guess you'll have to tune into AEW to find out." So overall, I think it was good for AEW. The only down part was the reference of WWE being the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. The latest Observer newsletter reported that AEW Dynasty pay-per-view numbers are well down from Revolution. That was the Sting retirement show. But they're also down from the World's End pay-per-view. TV pay-per-view buys for Dynasty were down from Revolution about 41% in the same number of days since the show, and down 28% from World's End. Streaming numbers were down 30% from Revolution, and that includes YouTube and Triller. I watched the show on Triller. I thought it would be beneficial for AEW to get more viewers since instead of just Bleacher Report, the BR app, you can also order it on YouTube. You can order it on Triller, payperview.com. I thought that would help a little bit, but apparently not. The numbers are down big time. They estimate that Dynasty got 122,000 buys, which would be the lowest buys for an AEW pay-per-view since WrestleDream last October. And I'll tell you, I enjoyed the show. The Danielson Osprey match was worth the $50 to me, but I just don't know how many casual fans you're going to draw in by promising, a great match, possibly the greatest match of all time. And this brings me to a tweet that I saw recently where it said that WrestleMania XL was WWE's most viewed event of all time, and the Women's College Basketball Championship game outdrew the men's college basketball championship game. The common thread between the two, long-term storytelling and strong character development, drive tune-in and fandom, which I wholeheartedly agree with. I've always said storylines, the drama will draw more people than great matches. It's awesome to have great matches, but you can tune in to any number of outlets to watch a great match whenever you want to. But the storyline is what brings people in, hooks them, keeps them tuning in. And I think that is one of AEW's downfalls right now, is really not having that long-term storytelling, the strong character development. They do have some good stories going on right now. The Tony Storm, Mariah May storyline is pretty good. But nothing that's a huge main event going to draw extra viewers to your TV show. Sticking with pay-per-view estimates, the Observer also reported early estimates for TNA Rebellion, which took place last Saturday, have the show around 500 television pay-per-view buys. which is down 83% compared to Hard to Kill, which did 22,400 on television pay-per-view. And yes, that's 500 television pay-per-view buys, not 5,000, not 500,000, 500 pay-per-view buys. And I'll be honest with you, I had I guess it was a free offer for the pay-per-view last weekend, but it was just so much going on. You had the 3 hours of AEW on TV. GCW was on Triller. And, a lot of people just don't follow TNA. And I think bringing in Matt Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy character from 6-7 years ago, that's not going to draw any extra people. So I hope the 500 pay-per-view buys puts a shake in TNA and shakes things up. Kind of disappointed to see that few pay-per-view buys for what looked like a decent show, but admittedly, I had a free link and I didn't watch it just because there was so much else going on. Sticking with pay-per-views, let's go back to AEW Dynasty and the Observer match ratings. For those of you who are into the match ratings, we'll start with the lowest rating, which was Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale. That got 2 stars. The Bang Bang Gang versus the Acclaim got 2.75 stars. Cassidy and Shibata versus Moriarty and Taylor, 3.25 stars. Matt Sydal versus Trent Beretta, 3.25 stars. Chris Jericho versus Hook, 3.25 stars. Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong, 4 stars. Copeland, Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston versus House of Black, 4.25 stars. Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm, 4.25 stars. Samoa Joe versus Swerve Strickland, 4.25 stars. FTR versus Young Bucks, 4.5 stars. Okada versus Pac, 4.75 stars. And the main event, Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay, 6.5 stars, the second highest rated match ever. And without going match by match, I think he was pretty generous with some of those ratings. I certainly agree with the Danielson and Ospreay. So for those of you into the ratings, let me know your thoughts. Were the ratings on point? Do you think they were too high, too low? Love to hear your thoughts. Let's get into the WWE Draft. Friday night, round 1 through 4 took place on SmackDown. We have the selections. Number 1 pick for SmackDown was Bianca Belair. Number 1 pick for Raw was Jey Uso. SmackDown also took Carmelo Hayes, and Raw took Seth Rollins in the first round. Round 2, SmackDown took Randy Orton and Nia Jax. Raw took Braun Breaker and Liv Morgan. Round 3, SmackDown took LA Knight and the Bloodline, which was only Solo, Tama Tonga, and Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns took himself out of the draft. Raw, in the third round, selected Ricochet and Sheamus. Round 4, SmackDown took AJ Styles and Andrade, while Raw took the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree, and they also took Kiana James. So I'm guessing with SmackDown selecting Andrade, I'm thinking that's where Charlotte Flair will wind up. Same thing with Seth Rollins, with him being on Raw. I'm pretty sure that's where Becky Lynch will wind up. Dominic Mysterio injury update. So we've seen him with the sling on over the last week. WWE has confirmed that Dominic Mysterio is going to rehab his elbow through physical therapy rather than surgery. We also have an update on WWE Backlash after last night's SmackDown. Backlash will take place Saturday, May 4th, 1 p.m. Eastern on the Peacock Network. At this point, the show or the arena is set up to hold 12,977 fans. Currently, they have distributed 12,621 tickets, meaning there are 356 tickets left for the show. The main event, undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes will defend against AJ Styles. World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest defends against Jey Uso. Women's Tag Team Champions Asuka and Kairi Sane defend against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. WWE Women's Champion Bayley defends against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat. And the Bloodline Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. We got some more ticket sale updates for the other big show in May, that being AEW Double or Nothing. Sunday, May 26th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. They're currently set up to hold 6,910 fans. They have 5,566 tickets distributed. So they currently have 1,344 tickets available. To close out, the last 2 episodes of Dark Side of the Ring are coming up. This Tuesday will be the Sandman episode, which is probably going to be bonkers, knowing Sandman's history. And the final episode, the Tuesday after, will be the episode on Black Saturday. That's when WWF took over the TBS time slot. Very interested in seeing that one. I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of your favorite episodes this season, Dark Side of the Ring. And let me know some episodes you like them to do, some of the people, moments, happenings that you would like to see Dark Side of the Ring cover. You can shoot us an email at RassleRama@gmail.com. You can also contact us through our website, RassleRama.com. And you can hit us up on Facebook, Facebook.com/RassleRama. And if you're on Twitter and Instagram, our handle is, believe it or not, at RassleRama. That's going to do it for now, guys. Quick Saturday update. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, take care and see ya.